hallucination is a very interesting buzzword, where I'm like, we still cannot say whether a human is lying or not. Right? Like we're putting such a huge entity,
That's
like
really
such a
interesting.
huge thing on the AI to be like, it should not
That's really
hallucinate. Whereas like
interesting.
the person who is talking about hallucination, how do we have a way to quantify whether you are misinforming me or not? The answer is
It's not a
no.
great time. There's a little bit of irony for like this moment in society when there's like such an intense level of disinformation to have this conversation happen about hallucination. Because like, in like 1950, when there's like Walter Cronkite presenting one version of the news, you can kind of theoretically argue that humans don't hallucinate. And now it's like, cool, well, I saw 17 different contradictory points of view about what's happening in the world today, and
Yep.
I haven't even had my breakfast yet. So, like,
And the
Yeah,
um,
exactly. You bring an awesome point.
yeah, and there isn't fun. So I think that's really interesting because it paradigmatically moves the question a little bit from how do we make these more accurate to how do we actually develop better heuristics for trust, right? The way
Yes.
that like you develop trust for a person, how might you develop trust for a model? Like on what conditions would you do that?
Yeah.
Um,
Very. So that's where I'm like, even when I am working or studying or doing anything, there is a probability of trust on every person that I'm consuming information from. Am I questioning the other person always that you are hallucinating, so I will not listen to anything that you say? Probably not. But I am taking it with a slight, depending on the grain of salt, there is a variation to the grain